He was called the crypto genius, the next Warren Buffett, the man who promised to revolutionize finance. Sam Bankman-Fried was a billionaire before 30, running one of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchanges, FTX. He had the trust of politicians, celebrities, and investors worldwide. But in November 2022, the truth came crashing down. Billions of dollars vanished overnight, thousands of investors lost everything, and the biggest financial scandal in crypto history was exposed. This is the story of how Sam Bankman-Fried fooled the world. Sam Bankman-Fried wasn't your typical billionaire. He wasn't a hedge fund titan, a tech mogul, or a Silicon Valley genius. He was a math nerd, an introverted, analytical thinker who could break down complex financial structures with ease. He graduated from MIT with a degree in physics and a background in mathematics, a foundation that gave him a unique edge in the world of high-frequency trading. At Jane Street, one of Wall Street's most secretive and elite trading firms, Sam learned the art of arbitrage, exploiting tiny price differences across global markets to turn small gains into massive profits. He quickly became fascinated with efficiency, strategy, and most importantly, finding opportunities others had missed. But in 2017, he realized that the biggest inefficiencies weren't in traditional markets, they were in the world of cryptocurrency. At the time, cryptocurrency was like the Wild West. Prices of bitcoins and other tokens varied wildly between different exchanges. On some platforms, Bitcoin might be worth $9,000, while on the others, they were selling for $10,000. This was the perfect opportunity for arbitrage trading. Buy low in one place, sell high in another, and pocket the difference. With a small team and a relentless work ethic, Sam launched Alameda Research, a crypto trading firm dedicated to exploiting inefficiencies in the market. At its peak, Alameda was moving $25 million in crypto daily, making massive profits through high-speed arbitrage across Asia and the US. It didn't take long for Alameda to become one of the biggest players in the crypto space. But for Sam, this was just the beginning. Alameda was successful, but Sam had bigger ambitions. In 2019, he envisioned something far greater: a crypto exchange that would dominate the industry. Traditional crypto platforms were slow, expensive, and lacked sophisticated trading tools. Sam wanted to build an exchange that offered low fees, leverage, and advanced derivatives trading, a playground for serious traders. The results? FTX. A cryptocurrency exchange designed not for casual traders, but for the pros, offering high-risk, high-reward opportunities through margin trading, future contracts, and exotic financial products. It wasn't just another exchange, it was a revolution. The world took notice. Investors, traders, and even Wall Street elites saw FTX as the future of finance. And Sam, he wasn't just running a crypto exchange, he was building an empire. FTX wasn't just another crypto exchange. It was a phenomenon. In just 2 years, it went from a scrappy startup to a $32 billion empire, making it one of the most powerful financial platforms in the world. Investors, celebrities, and even governments embraced it as the future of finance. At the center of it all, Sam Bankman-Fried, the genius billionaire who promised to revolutionize money itself. FTX didn't just want to dominate crypto, it wanted to own the mainstream. It became the official sponsor of Major League Baseball, bought the naming rights to the Miami Heat's home arena, and signed deals with the biggest names in sports. From Formula One to the Super Bowl, FTX was everywhere. It wasn't just traders who believed in FTX. Celebrities, athletes, and billionaires lined up to endorse it. Tom Brady, Steph Curry, Kevin O'Leary, all of them put their names and reputations behind Sam Bankman-Fried. To the world, FTX wasn't just a trading platform, it was a cultural movement. While other crypto founders hid behind screens, Sam took center stage. He met with world leaders, policymakers, and financial regulators, positioning himself as the responsible face of crypto. He testified before Congress, pushed for crypto regulation, and promised that FTX would be the safest, most transparent exchange in the industry. The media couldn't get enough of him. Fortune called him the next Warren Buffett. Forbes named him one of the world's richest men. He was a different kind of billionaire. Disheveled, awkward, a self-proclaimed effective altruist who vowed to give away his wealth to charity. But behind this scene, a very different reality was unfolding. Because while the world was praising FTX, no one realized it was all built on a lie. Behind the scenes, the cracks were starting to show. Investors believed FTX was the safest place to trade crypto, a fortress of financial security. But what they didn't know was that FTX wasn't just an exchange. It was deeply entangled with Sam Bankman-Fried's first company, Alameda Research. Alameda was supposed to be separate from FTX, a hedge fund that operated independently, but in reality the two companies were intertwined in a dangerous financial web. And at the center of it all, billions of dollars in customer funds. FTX had secretly funneled billions of dollars into Alameda, using customer deposits to cover risky trades and mounting losses. The money that people thought that was safely held in FTX accounts, well, it was being gambled away without their knowledge. For months, a few insiders sounded the alarm. They warned that FTX's balance sheets didn't add up, that Alameda was making high-risk bets with money that wasn't theirs. But no one wanted to believe that the golden child of crypto could be lying. FTX was supposed to be a safe, regulated exchange, the one platform people could trust. But in reality, it was running one of the biggest financial frauds in history. It wasn't just losing money, it was covering up a hole so massive, it was only a matter of time before everything collapsed. And when the truth finally came out, the entire crypto world would come down crashing. In early 2022 of November, everything unraveled. For years, FTX had operated in the shadows, propping its empire with hidden financial maneuvers. But all it took was a single tweet to set off a chain reaction that would bring down one of the biggest financial frauds in history. Binance, FTX's biggest competitor, announced that it was selling off hundreds of millions of dollars worth of FTX's native token, FTT. It was the first domino to fall. Almost instantly, investors panicked. A bank run had begun. In just 48 hours, over $6 billion was withdrawn from FTX. Customers raced to pull their funds out, but soon there was nothing left. The company that once claimed to be the safest place to trade crypto had no money to pay its users. FTX was bleeding billions, and there was no way to stop it. Desperate for a bailout, Sam turned to Binance, hoping his biggest rival would save him. But just 24 hours later, Binance walked away, calling FTX's financial situation beyond repair. On November 11, 2022, FTX declared bankruptcy. $8 billion in customer funds were missing. Thousands of users lost everything. And just like that, the empire that Sam Bankman-Fried built crumbled overnight. But the collapse wasn't just the beginning. Because now the world wanted answers. Where did the money go? And who exactly was responsible? FTX was gone, $8 billion in customer funds have vanished. Thousands of investors, retail traders, institutions, even celebrities had lost everything. The once thriving exchange hailed as the future of finance was now nothing more than a black hole of missing money. But as the dust settled, the world demanded answers. Where did the money go? As authorities dug deeper, a shocking truth emerged. FTX had been using customer funds to cover Alameda's Research's massive trading losses. Sam Bankman-Fried and his inner circles had secretly transferred billions from FTX's accounts to prop up their struggling hedge fund. The money people thought was safely stored in FTX. It was being gambled away behind the scenes. Investigators also uncovered hundreds of millions of dollars spent on political donations, marketing campaigns, and extravagant personal lifestyles. Sam Bankman-Fried had been living in a $40 million penthouse while FTX customers struggled to access their life savings. The collapse of FTX wasn't just a business failure. It was a catastrophic betrayal. People had trusted Sam Bankman-Fried. They believed in his vision, his promises, but now he had become the face of the biggest financial scandal in crypto history, and the authorities were closing in. As the investigations intensified, one thing became clear. This wasn't just mismanagement, it was fraud. And the man at the center of it all, he couldn't hide forever. On December 12, 2022, Sam Bankman-Fried was arrested in the Bahamas. The man who once controlled a $32 billion crypto empire was now facing fraud, conspiracy, and money laundering charges. And the case against him was building fast. Prosecutors accused him of running one of the biggest financial frauds in history, a deliberate scheme to steal customer funds, deceive investors, and manipulate markets. His defense? That it was all just a mistake. That he never intended to defraud anyone. But the evidence was overwhelming. Former FTX executives, his closest allies, flipped on him, revealing the inner workings of the fraud. Secret Slack messages, private emails, and falsified financial statements painted a damning picture. By 2023, Sam Bankman-Fried was found guilty on multiple counts of fraud, facing decades in prison. He'd gone from crypto's golden boy to its ultimate villain. But even with Sam behind bars, the damage had been done. The collapse of FTX sent shockwaves through the crypto world, wiping out billions in value and destroying trust in the industry. Governments around the world scrambled to regulate crypto, trying to prevent another FTX-style disaster. Was FTX an isolated case of greed and deception? Or was it just the beginning of more financial disasters to come? Well, one thing is for certain. In the world of crypto, trust is everything. And once it's gone, there's no getting it back. So, do you think Sam Bankman-Fried was a reckless entrepreneur who got in over his head? Or was this a carefully planned billion-dollar fraud from the start? Let us know in the comments below, and if you want more deep dives into the biggest financial scandals in history, subscribe now! Alright, if you thought FTX was the biggest financial scandal, wait until you see how Juicy Fields tricked 500,000 investors into believing they were growing cannabis, while running one of the most elaborate Ponzi schemes in history. How did they pull it off? Click to watch the billion-dollar cannabis Ponzi scheme.